Raiders of the Lost Art. Data? We hear about that all the time. How about collecting data? Well, what kind of data are you looking for? Big data, small data, good data? Certainly not bad data. Yeah, it's out there too, and lots of it. Some say the best way to get lots of data, cheap, is to gather a bunch of folks together, say on an online panel, and get them clicking through surveys. Lots of surveys. Sure, it's fast. Click, click, click. But did you know, for some, the more they click, the more they get, like points, prizes, or even money? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes that's the kind of data you want or need. But you gotta be careful, though. Before you know it, all these panel folks could be mentally checked out, clicked out, and that's where the real problem comes in. It's kind of like Easter Island. You know that little island in the South Pacific with a lot of really cool rock statues standing around? Did you know that the island used to be covered with trees? Yep, big ones, everywhere. But then someone, way back when, cut one down. Maybe for shelter, maybe fire. Regardless, the tree was gone. Then his neighbor did the same, then his neighbor, then his neighbor. Well, you get it. Eventually, all the trees were cut down. Poof. Over-harvested, overused, whatever you want to call it, the resource was exhausted. So, how does all this relate to market research? Well, you got to watch out for how much you're taking from your personal little islands. You see, those online panel folks can get exhausted too. Then what are you left with? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we really need everyone's attention. You see, of all the ways to collect survey data out there, not all are created equal. They just aren't. Sure, sometimes the online thing is a good way to go. Other times, you're better off going a more classic route to get the right data. After all, a classic is a classic for a reason, right? Think Star Wars, The Wizard of Oz, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. You get it. Classic. Great ideas that last. So, what's classic to market research and data collection? The professional telephone interview, where humans talk to humans about human things. Feels like a breath of fresh air, doesn't it? Oh, and by the way, humans can actually do really important human-type things too, like monitor and quality check in real time, or dig a little harder to get to those hard-to-reach respondents, or make your clients feel like their input is actually being heard, not just recorded. Ah, the human connection. No blind clicking, no entitlements, no exhaustion. Just the right people asking good questions, getting good answers, good data. So, what's the purpose of all this? Well, like all those human-like statues still standing on that little island once teeming with trees, the telephone interview has stood the test of time. It's a classic. And our company, Telepoll Market Research, is making it cool again. So, on your next study, collect the right data, our phone number that is, and call us. Telepoll Market Research, collecting data for 25 years. We're a classic.